Yo, what the fuck is up, ladies and genitals? It's your boy LordDsplae up in this bitch for GameFaceStudios. And yes, I know I have been gone for a momento. So my apologies, people. Life has gotten kind of busy, work, the family life, paying attention to my channel, making sure that I'm keeping my subs happy. Speaking of, after this video, if you like this shit, go click the link down in the description, go over to the channel and hit that sub button if you like. If not, it's all gravy, baby, because I'm going to move on with this shit anyway. Now, you're watching some MW3. This is not my gameplay. This is my boy Vito. I'm not a beast at any type of first-person shooter, but I do like to offer a variety of gameplay on my channel, so I decided to do the same thing with GameFaceStudios and bring you some good content to the table, which is not me playing FPS games, because honestly, I'm below average. I shit you not, I usually go like 15 and 10, sometimes 10 and 10, sometimes I'll even have a 5 and 23 game. I don't give a fuck. It's not a big deal to me. It's not that fucking serious. So enjoy the gameplay from my boy Vito. Thanks for letting me use this shit. And obviously, we're going to move on with this commentary, which is about evolution. Now, it's not about evolution from monkey to caveman to Homo sapien. This is a commentary about evolution of video games. Now, of course, since I'm old school, going back like faux flats on a motherfucking Cadillac, people, I'm 32 years old. So I can honestly say that I've been through a majority of the consoles. I've never actually owned an Xbox, whether it's the 360 or the first Xbox, and I'm proud to say that. No, it's not because I'm a PlayStation fanboy. It's because I don't like the controllers, and that's it. I honestly don't like the fucking controllers, so it keeps me away from that. I'd rather actually just play the PS3. I'm happy with it. You know what I'm saying? I know that the Xbox offers a better online fucking gaming experience, but you're going to understand why in this commentary why I don't give a fuck about the online gaming experience. I'm actually satisfied with what PlayStation has to offer. And honestly, I like the PlayStation exclusives a lot better than the Xbox exclusives. And, for what both systems offer, I don't find a big enough difference in either of the systems for it to matter to me. So that's just basically how it is. Now, talking about me being old, I've experienced all the systems. I've actually owned an Atari 2600. I, of course, owned the Nintendo Entertainment System, the first Nintendo. And that's when I really got into gaming, was when the NES came out. Me experiencing the Atari, I was really young. But, of course, the Nintendo coming out when I was about 5 years old, that's when I fell in love with gaming. And I basically was an avid gamer, a hardcore gamer from the NES all the way up until like the 64. Now, honestly, when it came to the 64 and the PlayStation 1, I favored the 64 more just because of the games that they had to offer, and I think it was an overall better system. But of course, once the PlayStation 2 came out, it veered me away from Nintendo, and I fell in love with PlayStation and all that good shit. But when the PlayStation 2 hit, I wasn't as much of a gamer anymore. I was doing my own thing, graffiti-wise, living the fast life. I was growing up. So that's when I stopped playing games as much and started veering in a different direction with life, basically. But I can honestly say that for me, when it comes to video games, I had more fun playing video games when the 16-bit systems were out, when there was no such thing as online gaming. If you were playing against somebody, it was because they were over at your fucking house and you guys were sitting there staring at the same ass tube TV, no fucking flat panel shit, and you guys were duking it out against each other, not worrying about having a headset. You were talking shit face to face, and that's just how it is. That's when I enjoyed games the most. So honestly, when I'm even playing my PS3 now, I don't play online as much as other people. Not even close. I kid you not, most of the time when I'm playing games, I'd say about 70% of the time, I'm actually playing solo. I'm playing by myself, and it's because I enjoy it that much more. I don't know if it's because I'm old, or I don't know if it's because the way I grew up with video games, I didn't have the online experience, so maybe it's because of the fact that I didn't get that experience when I was young, that I tend to hold on to the experience that I did have when I was young. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of people arguing about, the games nowadays are so much better, but for me, I just tended to enjoy it so much more back then. I could sit there and play my Sega Genesis, some of the amazing games on there, like Sword of Vermilion, fucking even Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, these games, I could sit there and I could play until fucking, from night until day. Fall asleep with the controller in my hand, wake up with my fucking console blazing hot, and start from where I left off. I cannot do that with these new systems. Honestly, I'll sit there, I'll play for like 2-3 hours maybe at the most, and I'll get bored of that shit and fucking drift off, and I'd rather make a fucking commentary or a video. So for me, gaming was more enjoyable back in the days because it wasn't so competitive. Even when you went to the arcade and you slapped your quarter on top of the arcade game, it was still fun. Everybody takes, a lot of people, I'm not going to say everybody, but a majority of the people nowadays take gaming way too fucking seriously. They're losing the fun, and it's becoming so much of a serious competition that I think the fun is lost each year that these fucking consoles are out. Each year that this online gaming community gets bigger and bigger. And I think that we all need to realize that games were meant for fun, for your life to be enjoyable. So if a game is stressing you the fuck out to where you're pulling your hair and going crazy, then obviously you're not enjoying what that game has to offer. So think about that shit. If you need to, fucking cut off that online and try and play games solo and see how much you truly enjoy playing the game for the game that it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I see some people complaining and bitching once the PSN network goes down or Xbox 360, whatever. They will literally shut off their system and will never play a game when it doesn't even matter to me. I can sit there and play fucking a whole campaign. I can play a few Madden games, whatever the fuck. It's because I enjoy the game for what the game has to offer, not the community. So that's kind of my opinion in a quick little nutshell. I hope you guys enjoyed the vid. Make sure you click down on the link, go over to my channel, sub. If you don't like me, tell me to fuck off, do whatever you want. But this is LordDsplae, GameFace Studios, and I'm out this bitch, folks. Peace!